Got him!
Perfect.
Got him!
All information and content in this video demonstration is strictly for educational and self-study purposes. Never attempt to tamper with any computer or network you have not been given explicit authorization to do so. Use a personal lab. Have fun.
In the previous episodes,
unknown actor finds cross-site vulnerability. The vulnerability is used to connect a victim with a browser exploitation framework. A user discloses their password to a false prompt. The stolen credential is used to create a computer object called bad cake. Bad cake used with adalanche to capture graph information. The graph information is used to find a delegation vector. LDeep then used to modify a group under Owen's context.
and finally,
Yes, finally the new group membership is used for a remote shell.
Well, alright then, let's move on.
for this episode we will take a look at these 4 items.
The graph data will be used to find the next point of attack. Use the discovery of object ownership to add arbitrary permissions. New permissions will be used to modify Active Directory attribute. The attribute will be leveraged to recover an NT hash.
And that hash will be passed. Okay, let's find Owen and look at another connection. All of these names were generated by a script.
There at the bottom.
Let's bring the connections back into focus. Starting again from the original stolen credential.
This is the graph data captured in the previous episode. This time we want to explore a different route.
Okay, I'll move these around so we can focus on it. Owen here. Now see this connection with the blue line? To a user named Scarlett. We'll put that object here. Note that this user Scarlett has an edge connection to a group.
It's called application server allow.
Let's focus in more on the connections and edge cases from Owen to the group. Let's open some detail on the first connection in blue. From Owen to Scarlett. And this connection in yellow. From Scarlett to this group. Let's zoom in more. Okay, for the purpose of this episode we are interested in this. Owns. 100%. The reasoning for this is because Owen has delegation to create users under his team's OU. His manager recently departed the company. He created a new user account for his new manager.
Well, that never happens.
Actually it does. Quite often. Using the LDAP client, let's take a quick look at the attribute data.
Object you would expect for an Active Directory user object.
Yes, they are. Agreed. What we want to zoom in on are the permissions. Using the DACL viewer, we can see detailed permissions of the object in the directory. SAM account name here. And hit enter.
There, we can see the object ownership.
Owen had created Scarlett's object sometime in the past. The ownership provides right DAC.
This is short for rewrite the permissions.
So Owen can change the permissions of this object. Let's move on.
To add new permissions to the Scarlett object under the Owen context, we will use bloody AD. The command is add generic all. The syntax is seen here on the screen. The ownership right will be used to add generic all permissions to the Scarlett object. Permissions added. The command for shadow credential is seen on the screen. Using the target for syntax argument.
Assuming the pieces required are in place, the result will look similar to this.
Perfect.
Now the certificate information is written to the object attribute. The next step is to request a TGT. The script on screen builds on the previous step to request a kerberos TGT as the target user. The next script seen on screen explains what occurs. The result is the target NT hash. This hash being what is known as a reusable credential.
This reusable credential means it can be used without cracking the encryption or gaining knowledge of the plaintext secret. There are some particulars around what type of hash you might discover and of what value it can be to your efforts.
Great article by the way. Link in description. With hash in hand, we can use evil WINRM to gain a remote shell as Scarlet with the encrypted string.
Perfect.
Now the actor has the ability to use the Sneberg context to gain remote shells where possible.
And in those shells, remote execution.
Use of the right DAC to alter permissions seemingly falls under this first technique. The shadow credential includes techniques for account manipulation and authentication certificate data. And the last bit for using the hash to get a remote shell is pass the hash.
Under the MITRE defend matrix, the defense notes for each technique is noted here. The URL for each of the previous items will be in the video description also. This is a great read as well.
If your power goes out, remain calm and assist family members or neighbors who may be vulnerable if exposed to extreme heat or cold. Locate a flashlight with batteries to use until power comes back on.